Savage Off-Road. We are going to install one of our new platform range onto a GWM Cannon ALPHA like the one behind me, except we're going to do it on Rico's car. So we're going to get it into the warehouse, we're going to move the factory rails, and it's going to look something similar to this setup here. Let's get Craig to stop here. He's heading out to our old warehouse. Obviously it has a light bar that you can mount on the front, nice wind diffuser on the front. Look at this. This is if you want to have a shower, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you need a shower. We're also going to have these in stock. 270 awnings are going to be in stock at the end of the year. So there you go. See you, Craig. We've got Craig's car set up here with our other awning, which is just the straight pull-out one with our branding on top. You can probably see that. All our awnings come with all your LED lighting. So your LED lighting inbuilt. This one's got a nice aluminium casing. So it's full aluminium, it's not a bag. That's on the straight pull-out one. Another thing to keep in mind, so a lot of them on the market are a 1.5 meter awning. This one here is a 2 meter awning. Anyway. We've got the car in, we've got the platform laid out on the ground, and I'll show you what it comes with and how it's going to assemble together quickly. You've got your front wind diffuser, you've got all your little crossbars, okay? You've also got your side rails, your backbone system. You've got gloves because you're going to have to play with your hood liner and you don't want to get your hood liner all dirty. You've got some nice RTV black silicone. You've got some trim removal tools. You've got some Torx bits. Then you've also got a drill bit because you're going to need to drill this out, because unfortunately they've changed the design on the Cannon ALPHA and it's not as easy to fit a platform to the Cannon ALPHA as it is to the Cannon. So then you've also got your little roof spaces, okay? Your little covers. Then you've also got your rubber pinch weld for the front diffuser, okay? Your nutserts, your bolts, and that's what we're going to need. So let's get this on the car. Let's assemble this on the ground first, Sammy. Let's go. So Sammy has got the Loctite that's provided in the kit. Now what are you going to do with the Loctite, Sammy? What's that for? What? Ah, you put a bit of Loctite in there. Ah, that stops the vibration from the bolt from falling out, yeah? So we're going to put some Loctite on all your bolts. Okay, you can either put them inside or on the bolt. I prefer to put on the bolt because I find it easier. And you're going to put this in. You're going to have a split washer and a flat washer. So he's going to put all your bolts in. Now, Sammy, do you want to quickly show me which bolts these are?
These split washers and the flat washers come in separate bags.
Okay, cool. No worries. So we're going to pre-assemble this on the floor. Okay, so Sammy's finished assembling it on the ground now. He's just putting the front diffuser on. Now with the front diffuser, you're going to have all these little bolts and you're going to use these to mount this diffuser to this front rail. You can see here, make sure this rubber loop is facing down so that that's what touches the roof of the car to stop the wind from catching underneath it. And then you're going to go, and we've got some nuts in here, inside here. So I'll flip this over here. So you can see these little channel nuts we've slipped into the channels. Okay, once the channel nuts are all in, you can go along and put all your bolts in, your little M6 all the way along. So that's what Sammy's doing now. He's putting Loctite and putting all the bolts for this in now. Welcome back. It's day 2 of fitting the platform because yesterday we started this late in the afternoon. Anyway, so we've got the platform fully built, all right, on the floor. Now on the car, we've removed one side of the rails so we can show you what it looks like, and we'll show you how to remove the rail. So we've removed that rail, and then on this side, you can see there's bare holes here. Now, this is like no other GWM that you've worked on, okay? Because to remove these rails, normally you've got nice big bolts from the top and you just undo them. On this car, it's completely different. In the rail, it's got a bolt that goes down, okay, with a nut on the bottom. The problem is you can't get to any of those nuts because up inside here, you've got no room to work. And in the front, you've got literally an airbag module there inside here and a big metal piece of rod that's the airbag module. And you can't physically get to it. So it's all blocked. So you can't just stick like a socket in here and undo it from the bottom. It would be nice if you could do that. So you've got to actually drill the 2 front ones, and the back one you can get to with a swivel joint socket. But you still have to remove some of the trim. You can see here we've removed the trim. Okay, it's all loose. And on that side, we're going to show you how to remove the trim and what to do to remove the roof rail from your Cannon ALPHA. All right, so we're at the front of the car. We're removing the driver's side roof rail, the front cover. So somebody's going to get his cloth, he's going to pry it up, okay, he's going to pop it. They can be a bit of a pain in the ass to remove, but the good thing is, even if you do snap the clips, you're going to be replacing it. So that's how you remove it. Show us the clips inside, Sammy. Base layer underneath, yep, and then back you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 clips, okay? So that's the clips. Once you undone that, we'll go and do the back one now. Quickly do that, Sammy. Good. Okay, so he's undone the back one. Okay, now the cover's off. Now you got to remove these little foam rubber covers. So you're gonna get some pointy nose pliers. Sammy's gonna rip that out, and he's gonna rip this one out too, and I'll show you what's behind it. Okay, so once you've removed those, so in here it's a square, okay, but we're gonna drill it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill it out now. So I'll see you try and zoom in, see if you can see that. We're gonna drill these 2 front ones out now. So 1 and 2. So you're gonna fold the seat forward like that. That pops that out, remove that panel. So that all pops off as well. So once you've undone that side, you're gonna undo this. There's just trim clips. We'll spin it around and show you. It's just all trim clips, isn't it? So see all those trim clips? You just gotta get the little prying tools that we supplied, the blue prying tools, pull that trim off, okay? So once that's removed, now we have access to the side. Prior to doing that, he's gonna pull the rubber weather stripping off. So he's just gonna quickly pull the weather stripping off, pull all that down, and then you gotta do up here, there's a little airbag cover. You're gonna have access to an 8mm head, hex head. So let's go. He's got a little 8mm, he's gonna undo this now. That's done. Now he's gonna pry open the panel. What I normally do is start from the bottom and I hold the black plastic against it, and then I pop the cream off it. Remember, this is a Toyota mechanic showing you how to remove the trim. And the trims are really well assembled in these compared to a Toyota, so he's not quite used to it. The Toyota trims just sort of fall off. The GWM trims are solid, mate. Even all the full driving you're gonna do, you're gonna have no issues with the trim rattle. Okay, so that's as far as we need to go. That just gives us access to push that down. Okay, now he's gonna quickly undo this, which is the grab handle. So you're gonna pop all these open here. There's little caps at the top. Okay, and that gives you access to the little 10 mils. Okay, once you remove that, you just need to unplug the lighting. Okay, so that's ready to go. So we've undone the rear. Now we've just pulled off the weather stripping around the front, and then Sammy's gonna now undo the airbag clip, which he's done, and you can see we've got another 8mm behind there, so let's undo that, Sammy. Now he's undone that. He can pop that off now. So there's no grab handle up here, but on the passenger side, which I'm on, you need to undo the grab handle. So once you've done that, just fold your hood lining, and you'll have access, enough access, not much at all, but we're gonna drill out those bolts anyway now, but we want this open so that we can clean out all the remains of the nut and the bolt that we're about to drill out from the top. So you need to make sure you pull them out, and we're gonna clean up inside there. That's on the front, and then on the rear, we're gonna undo that with a swivel socket, so you won't need to clean out anything in there. Okay, we've got the vacuum going, and Sammy's gonna drill these out now. So inside here, show me where the drill bit's gonna go, Sammy. So you're gonna go in there, and you wanna make sure your drill bit, make sure it's straight. You don't wanna be on any angle, because you wanna drill the bolt out going straight into the car. So he's gonna start drilling that in a sec. There'll be a nice little hyperlapse of him drilling it out, and we'll get the vacuum on there. All right, so Sammy's finished drilling these 2 out. Was it fun, Sammy? So this is what you have to drill out. So underneath, you can imagine, that's the bolt, okay? And that's another bolt with a nylock, sorry, not nylock, there's tread lock already, blue tread lock all over it. So there's no way you're gonna get these off on the bottom because there's no access to it. Okay, so you drill them out, and we're gonna remove this roof rail. So this is loose now, see that? Now we're gonna undo the back with a socket. Let's do that, Sammy. Let's go. Get your fingering skills on, let's go. Sorry, just before we start the rear, just so you guys know, what we normally do is we try and put a magnet inside and clean out as much of the swarf as we can. But with the vacuum on top, there's pretty much nothing in the bottom here, except for that bolt that falls through, okay? So we've removed both those, but we will go through now and just get the big airline and blow all this out, okay? And vacuum up everything, so there's no swarf anywhere. Sammy, are you ready to remove the back rail? Let's go, Sammy. So Sammy's gonna do it. 10 mil with a wobble bit on the end, and he's taped it so it doesn't, but this is a wobbly, so see how it can go left and right? So he's got that and he's taped it on so it doesn't fall off. Okay, so now he's gonna stick his fingers deep inside. He's gonna find the nut, which is a 10 mil on an M6. Okay, so he's gonna go deep inside there and he's gonna try and trace this one and this one. Then he's gonna undo it.
While Sammy's training his fingers, I'd like to let you know that if, for any reason, installing this part on your own is a challenge, or if you don't have the right tools, feel free to bring your vehicle to our facility. We'll handle the installation for you. Just reach out to us via email and we'll save you a spot in our schedule.
All right, Sammy, so it's removed. This is what it looks like. That's how it sits. That's how the bolt sits. So we removed, so see, we haven't removed the top. We've kept them in there, and all we've done is we've undone the nuts from the bottom because the back is accessible, but the front is not, okay? So that's done. Let's put that aside. Now let's get to the next bit that's fun. Okay, so before we start this bit, all right, which is getting the front ready to put a bolt through, because the back you can put an M8 bolt to the two back rails, but to the front, you actually can't get to the back hole of the front rail. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna drill it and we're gonna put a nutsert in it. We supply a little tool in the nutsert that allows you to do it at home. If you don't want to use that tool, you can go and buy a nutsert gun. They're about 50 bucks. It is a lot easier to use a nutsert tool, but we provide a little tool to use, you know, for this once-off thing. But if you want to buy a professional tool, you can go and buy them. They're about 50, 60 bucks, okay? We're going to show you what to drill. We provide the drill bit, which is the 9 mil drill bit. We're going to drill it out now, and then we're going to put the nutsert in. As you can see, before Sammy starts drilling, there's already a hole there. It's sitting at about 8 mil, so we're just going to take it out to 9 mil. All right, so Sammy's finished drilling it. Let's see if the nutsert, what's the nutsert look like? So we provide and use nutserts if you don't want to put a nut and bolt underneath, but we're going to just nutsert the back one. There's a few different ways of doing it. So we're going to put this in now, drop that in. Now we're going to get the nutsert gun and do this up, and then we're going to run a front M8 bolt through there. So we're going to also have to clean that bolt hole out because I don't think it's big enough. Now we'll test if this M8 bolt fits. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, so let's get this done, Sammy.
Let's do it.
Full send, what's this half throttle? Full throttle. So Sammy didn't listen. What were you doing, Sammy? You weren't listening to me, Sammy. Anyway, so what Sammy did wrong, doesn't matter, it's all good. We nutserted the front as well. So he already started doing the nutsert. I popped out to speak to a customer for 1 second, came back, he's already started doing the nutsert. Anyway, so you can nutsert the front and back, it doesn't matter, instead of running a bolt. So now we're putting a nutsert in the front, but I'll show you how to nutsert this one, what a nutsert is. It's gonna get the nice tension on it, eh? So this is a tool I bought from Sydney Tools. This one was 60 bucks. And the brand is Sparrow. And then he's gonna undo this now and wind it back out. Hold that, I'll undo it for you. Check the thread depth. Looks good? Yep, okay, let's do the next one. Sammy, show me what you've done. So you've wound the nutsert, how have you put that on? Oh yeah, like that.
Thread on.
Oh yeah, threads on like that. Okay, cool, bottomed out. Now he's gonna put the nutsert in. We're doing all this. And then we're gonna do this up now until it's nice and tight. Look at that, nice nutsert, all done. Another one there. Now we just got to get the bolts into the rear holes here. So we're going to put M8 bolts through here. We're going to need to drill these out as well. So there's 3 layers of panel in here, and what I found is on the other side we didn't have to drill them out, but on this side there's 3 layers, and some of the layers you can see they're not actually in line. So because it's not in line, it's not allowing this M8 bolt to go in. So what we're going to have to do is just drill out this front one a bit, all right? It comes with all these spacers, okay? And make sure you put the RTV silicone. Then this plastic goes here, okay? So plastic and the RTV silicone, that's all lined up, ready to go. You got 1, got 2, okay? Over there, another one over there, another one over there. Then we've got all our bolts prepared, okay? So we'll supply bolts in the kit, some M8 ones. So the M8 ones you're gonna use in the rears on the side, and then you're gonna use the M6 ones in the front, okay? Because we've nutserted those ones, so they're an M6 nutsert with an 8 mil hole, or 9 mil hole. So front's M6 on this particular car, and the rear is gonna be M8 bolts that we're gonna put nuts on the bottom of these. Those ones are nutserts, so you'll just bolt straight down into the top. So I've put the bolt in the rear. Now I'm gonna get my M8 nut on the bottom, stick my hand in here carefully, put your nut on. Once that's on, Then we're gonna go put the front bolts into the nutserts, which are M6. All right, so we're doing the front up. So as you can see, we've got our M6 with a big washer. We're gonna put that in now. That'll pull that down nice and tight. You need to check your left to right before doing this. So make sure you measure your left to right, okay, so the platform is aligned, because you can adjust it on here. All right, so the rear's done, the front's done. That's it, and then we'll put the front diffuser on. Okay, so the platform's all mounted up. Looks pretty sick on this new Alpha, all right? So we've done up all the M8 bolts in the rear. We've done the M6 ones in the front, okay? You can see that there. Put all the little plastic finishing caps on it as well. And then Sammy's about to put the front diffuser on. I'll walk on this platform and give it a strength test. Need me to help you, Sammy? Need me to hold that side? So just gonna line this up and Sammy's gonna go around and put all the bolts in. Okay, so this is the wind diffuser to keep the platform a little bit quieter than your traditional platforms without no diffuser or your crossbars. You can see my platform over there on my Tank 500. So we've installed the diffuser. It uses these two bolts on the side. Sammy's doing that side up now. What do you guys reckon? Let's close these doors and let's have a look how she looks. All right, I got Sammy jumping inside just to show you guys it working with the sunroof. Open it up all the way, look at that. Slides beautifully. Literally like a pinky, nearly a pinky, 4 mil gap there. So that's as low as you can get these racks because of the sunroof. If you want to be able to open the sunroof and still be able to access it, you need to be able to open the sunroof. Now, if you did want to have access to the sunroof, you can remove this, okay? But on Rico, he wants to carry stuff, so he's going to keep that crossbar there. All right, so that's what it looks like. All the branding on there, look at that, looks sick. And another really cool thing that we need to show you is we have a whole bunch of lights that are going to be available for this series of platforms. So you're going to be able to bolt that light like that, okay? I'm going to put these on my Tank 500. All right, so they bolt into there, and you can move them down the platform depending on where you want it. I have this light that's a more sleeker slimline light, and these are going to mount in your tracks. So you pick up your little tracks in here, and you can put them on the back if you need backlights, okay? So that's the other second light. Another thing we have as well is you can run a 42-inch light bar. So we'll have 42-inch light bars to go in here, and it'll be flush with the platform. It'll look really smick with that on there. Now, another really cool accessory that we're gonna have for all you alcoholics out there, anyone that wants a bottle opener on the back, this is gonna bolt to those rear bolts, and you're gonna have a bottle opener. Another accessory we have for this is also our low profile awning brackets. We'll also have a removable one with a quick release buckle on the side here, but this one here will pick up your little tracks in the side here like this. It's specially designed for this platform. Okay, so it'll sit nice and low, and you'll be able to run your 270 awning or our 360 awnings that are coming out like on mine. Okay, so we've got our 270 awning on there. So there you go, we'll have every solution for your Cannon Alpha and Tank 500. Got some pretty cool little nifty ideas on these platforms, so hope that helps. You can order it at savagetech.com.au. Peace out, have a good one, like and subscribe. Thank you.